What if I told you Attack on Titan wasn't just fantasy? That behind the titans, the walls, and the endless fear, there's a deep connection to real history. History's most brutal sieges. From the very first episode, Attack on Titan makes one thing clear. Humanity doesn't live behind walls for comfort. They live behind walls to survive. Those massive stone barriers aren't symbols of safety. They're symbols of desperation, and that idea is pulled straight from real human history. For thousands of years, civilizations faced the same terrifying question. Do we face the enemy in the open, or do we hide behind walls and pray they hold? During the Middle Ages, Europe was shaped by invasion after invasion. Vikings, Huns, Ottomans, Mongols, entire cities wrapped themselves in towering stone defenses, not because they wanted to, but because they had no choice. One of the most famous examples was Constantinople, a city so valuable, so powerful, that it was attacked over and over for more than 1,000 years. Its walls weren't just thick, they were legendary, triple-layered defenses designed to stop armies that outnumbered them 10 to 1. Those walls stood between civilization and total annihilation. Just like the walls in Attack on Titan. Inside the walls, people lived normal lives. They farmed, they traded, they raised families, all while knowing that beyond the stone, something wanted them dead. In Attack on Titan, the Titans play the role of unstoppable invading forces. Mindless, overwhelming, relentless, much like the Mongol hordes that swept across Asia and Eastern Europe. When the Mongols attacked, cities didn't lose slowly. They were erased, burned to the ground, their people slaughtered or enslaved. The fear wasn't just death, it was disappearance, being wiped from history entirely. That same fear exists inside the walls of Attack on Titan. When Wall Maria falls, it isn't just a military defeat. It's a psychological collapse, a reminder that the walls were never guaranteed to hold. History is full of moments like that, moments where a single breach changed everything. The sack of Rome, once the heart of an empire, reduced to chaos because its defenses failed. Or the fall of Constantinople in 1453. After centuries of holding back invaders, one breakthrough ended an entire era. One weak point, one moment of failure, and an empire collapses overnight. Attack on Titan recreates that terror perfectly. The panic, the refugees, the sudden realization that the world you knew is gone forever. Even the Titans themselves have historical roots. Throughout history, enemies were often described as monsters. Giants, demons, savages. This wasn't accidental. Dehumanizing the enemy made it easier to justify violence. War propaganda exaggerated size, cruelty, and savagery, turning human opponents into inhuman threats. Attack on Titan takes that concept and turns it inside out. At first, the Titans seem like pure monsters, mindless forces of destruction, but as the story unfolds, the truth becomes more disturbing. The line between monster and human begins to blur. And the question shifts, are the Titans the real enemy? Or is it fear itself? The series also captures what life is really like under constant siege. Food shortages, rationing, crowded cities, strict military control, harsh laws enforced in the name of survival. These weren't fictional conditions, they were real during long historical sieges. When cities were cut off for months or even years, people traded freedom for protection. Security over choice, order over individuality, exactly like the citizens inside the walls. Even the political structure feels painfully familiar. Ruling elites protected themselves first. They lived deeper within the walls, farther from danger, while ordinary citizens were pushed to the front lines, sent to die in hopeless battles. History shows this pattern again and again. Leaders survived, soldiers paid the price. Attack on Titan doesn't hide this truth. It puts it front and center. The corruption, the lies, the propaganda used to keep people obedient. Because when fear controls society, control becomes easy. That's the real lesson hidden beneath the action and violence. Attack on Titan isn't just about titans. It's about fear, power, propaganda, and what humanity becomes when survival is the only goal. History teaches us that walls don't just protect people. They also trap them. They divide society. They create insiders and outsiders. And once fear takes control, the real battle begins inside the walls. Not against monsters, but against ourselves. Attack on Titan doesn't ask who will win in the end. It asks something far more disturbing. What will be left of humanity after survival? Leave a comment below and tell us which real historical siege this reminds you of most. Share, like, follow, and subscribe for more.